Hey guys, it's Nicole. Welcome back to Chronicles of a Crafter. You're probably wondering what's going on here. Why is there a picture of a baby on my desk? This is actually some magnetic sheets that you can use to adhere to a photo and stick it like on your refrigerator or any other magnetic surface. Well, what I wanted to do was make something that looks a little bit like this. So this is my prototype. It's just 2 pieces of magnet that I adhered to some pretty paper. I used some glitter paper and some washi, and then I stamped one of my stamps on here to make this little guy right here. And I think this would look really great on the edge of any junk journal page. So it's basically just like a little bookmarker. So it's 2 sheets of, or 2 pieces of magnet that will adhere to a page, and I think we can make one of these here today on our Make It Monday. So let's do that. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so this is exactly how I would use it. Here I'm just using one of my fabric covered journals. This is exactly how this right here would be used. So if I wanted to mark my page, I know there it is right there. So I'll just flip directly to that page and there's my marker. Again, it's just a magnet that's holding the page in place, right? And it's pretty sturdy, so now this page has some weight to it. But the magnets that I'm using, again, it's just this sheet magnet. I got it at Michael's, probably about a couple of bucks, maybe $3 total, but I think it'll work for our project today. Alright, so here's my, I showed you my prototype. Here's some pieces that I cut up, and I'll give you the measurements of this. This is 3/4 of an inch by 2.5 inches. So each side of the magnet will be 2.5 inches, and it's only 3/4 of an inch wide. Okay, and here's the other side that will go to this one. Okay, and then I cut some a little bit different. These are cut sort of like a bunting type of flag shape to it. So all I did was round the corners on all of them first, and then I just cut a little triangle out of the middle. As a matter of fact, here is my little triangle. Oh, I dropped it. Here's my little triangle. Okay, so that's what I cut out of the center right there. Okay, so yeah, the only other thing that I would like to do is probably pick out some washi. So the washis that I've selected today, they have some floral prints on it, and some of them are blue, some florals. This one is green with florals, which is the one I use in the prototype, and this one is white with florals. So I'm gonna make one that's a little bit different. The prototype has this green one, so I'll probably do one with one of these blues. You want to make sure that your washi tape is at least 3/4 of an inch, right? So these are all measuring 3/4 of an inch. This one's 3/4 of an inch. This one's a little bit under. It's about 1/2 inch. So it may be a little bit difficult to use this one unless you cut your magnets to 1/2 inch, and then now you're using like a 1/2 inch like magnet. So that's also difficult in itself. So let's just go ahead and get started. I am going to use some of this pretty paper again. So I have some glitter paper, which is also adhesive. So this has a adhesive to it. So I'll be sticking this adhesive to the magnetic adhesive, and it will stick on there like so. And then I have also this textured pink paper as well, so that would also stick onto the magnet with either the adhesive that's existing on the magnet, or you can add some more your own glue, either glue stick or probably not glue stick, but definitely some Fabrifix can go underneath there. And or you can not use any glue at all. You can just stick it directly on there because the magnet has its own adhesive. Then you decorate. So let's just go ahead and do this. I'm going to pull back my magnet adhesive paper, and before I did use my pokey tool because it makes it a little bit easier. So there's that, right? And the secret to getting like 2 sheets of magnet, you know, opposite one another is the washi. So I am just going to pop a little piece of washi right here, and you can put this on the inside or the outside. It really doesn't matter. Or you can do both. You can put piece on the inside and on the outside. But here I'm just adding some washi directly to the magnetic adhesive. And now I'm going to add some Fabrifix on top of the washi. And now I'm going to add my little piece of paper. And it's very crucial that you line it up appropriately. We're using very small paper, so you don't want it to go wonky or crooked on you. I'm just trying to keep it as straight as possible, completely lined up with the magnet all the way down to the end. There. Easy, right? And then I'll cut away my washi. So I put everything in my mouth. So anyway, to cut away the washi, you want to cut a good bit of it away. So I'm cutting probably about maybe 1/4 of an inch or 3/4 of, or sorry, 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 an inch right about here. Okay, so that leaves me with that much to play with on the other side of the adhesive, or of the magnet, sorry. So again, I'm using my little pokey tool. I'm going to pick away the backing for the magnet, which sometimes is easier than others. Okay. Oh, come on, guy. There we go. So I'm going to leave that like so. And here is my paper, which happens to have an adhesive on the back of it as well. So this is some adhesive glitter paper I picked up from the Dollar Tree. It's a little bit easier to pull away, but it's not that sticky, right? So what I want to do is add some Fabrifix. Whew, my Fabrifix is exploding here. Just going to add a little bit of Fabrifix right there, and let's see, yeah, I'm gonna put my washi right there. Okay, so really close to the previous end of the magnet. And whatever oozes out, I'll have to wipe it away. So here we go. I'm just using a dry wipes to clean up any excess glue. But we want to get our magnet really close to the previous magnet. Okay. And now I'm going to add some Fabrifix to the outside of that washi to stick down my paper. It gets a little messy. Hang on. Let's see. Okay, so here is my paper. And I'm going to pull away the paper from the backing from the paper, and then the backing from the magnet. Sweet. Okay, and then we have that. All right, and I will add a piece of washi to the outside as well. So not a whole lot, just enough to cover up the top part here. And we want to make it even. So I'm just going to add a little bit of Fabrifix just to the top. And then over here. So there's that, and here is this. Pretty simple, right guys? Like, that is so cute, so easy to do. And these will make great little gifts. I mean, if you're giving someone a book, or, you know, something, either a journal or what have you, I think one of these in the project will look really nice. They're pretty simple to make. And all it takes is just like a little magnetic sheet, some washi, and some decorative paper. Or you can not even use decorative paper at all and just decorate your own. So here we go with, I'm going to use my little stamps right here and decorate this side of the page of the magnet. So I'm just going to take some VersaFine ink, and I'm going to stamp on here, let's see, maybe Gorgeous. Gorgeous sounds like, let's see if it'll fit. Gorgeous may be too long. Gorgeous might fit. Let's try it. Let's see what we get. Not too shabby. Not my best stamping work, but it's a little crooked, but I think that'll work. I think that's pretty cute, right? So there's that one. Let's try another one. Here, let me close up my ink before we have a mess, and we'll try this other one here that I've already pre-cut to the bunting shape. It's a little flag shape, all right, and I rounded the corners on this one as well. So let's get some paper. Let me grab some different paper, because I'm thinking the double adhesive, the magnet adhesive, like all of this is just causing the thing to slip and slide. So I want it to stick right away without using any you know, the double adhesive from the paper as well as from the magnet. So I'm going to grab some other pretty paper, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I went and pulled this piece of scrap. It's a little short, so I'm going to show you how I'm intending to fix this by using paper that's too short for the actual project. So let's see, I have some pretty blues on that side and some yellows on this side, along with some green. Oh, that's going to look really cute. Let's see. Yeah, that's gonna look cute. Okay, so I just went ahead and rounded my corners. I used the small corner rounder for that, and I'm just going to butt this up against the edge of the magnet that already has the bunting shape at the end here, and I'm just gonna cut away that little triangle that we did previously. So that's gonna line up nicely there. But if you look at it, it's a little shorter than the actual magnet. So I am going to use washi to solve all of those problems. And here we go. I'm just gonna butt that up against the edge right there and cut that bunting triangle off. Okay. And I'm gonna use my green washi that I used in previous on the prototype. And I kind of like this washi. It has some protective paper on the back of it. So, you know, it may be a little bit more sticky than the average washi. Who knows? I've never used this one before. But, yeah, so I'm just going to peel back my magnet covering here, the little adhesive cover. Peel that back. It's so difficult. Why? Okay, there we go. Alright, so I'm just going to peel that back and put the washi directly onto here. as straight as you can. Doesn't have to be perfect. And then I'm going to pull that away and put my pretty paper on the bottom down here. And that should meet up with the washi up at the top. I'm going to place it down here. Let me zoom you in. You're coming in close, guys. Here we go. I'll let that focus. Okay, so I'm just going to place my pretty paper down here at the bottom of the magnet, all the way up to the top of the washi. And where the washi is located, this is where I'm going to place my glue, just as I did in the previous ones. Just a little bit of Fabrifix to do it. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, placing the washi tape at the end, the magnet at the end of the washi. So let's do this. Okay, that's gonna go right there like that. It's glued, it's stuck to the inside of the washi, of the magnets, sorry. There's a lot going on here. The washi is stuck to the inside of the magnet, right? So I'm just going to add a little bit of Fabrifix right here at the top of the washi. Just a little dab will do ya. And I'm going to peel that back. I'm going to peel that completely off and then add my paper to the magnet down here at the bottom. Okay, so it looks like that. And now I'm going to cut away any of the excess washi that overhangs along the side of the magnet. On both sides. And then my magnet should fold over like so. Right, not too shabby, not too shabby. And then I'm going to cover the whole thing up with some additional washi. So I like this flower right here. Add some more glue. And I'm just overly reinforcing this. You don't have to go in with so much glue, but I just don't want this to come apart at any time. So I'm just adding some additional Fabrifix to my washi tape. And I'm just going to place that flower right there in the middle. And I will cut away the excess on the edge. I'll let that dry for just a moment before folding it over. So it's a really simple, really quick project, you guys. I think anybody can do this. Of course, if you wanted to stamp it, you can stamp. Instead of using up your pretty paper, you can do stamps, just like I did here on this one. Where is it? So you can stamp it with a stamp, or you can stamp it with a word, right? Pretty paper, washi, stamps, or you can just use up pretty paper and your washi, right? So there we have that. All right, I think you guys can try this. I think you can do it. All right. If you do, tag me, leave me a comment, let me know where you guys are using these if you do decide to use them. And I think that they would make great little additions to a junk journal, or any kind of gift book that you're giving to someone. So give it a try and let me know how it turns out for you guys. I hope you guys have a crafty day. Stay naturally curious, guys, and I will definitely talk to you in the next one. Bye.